A total of 80% of Malaysia's adult population has now been fully vaccinated against COVID-19, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob announced on his official Twitter account. According to statistics from the Special Committee for Vaccine Access, Klang Valley has inoculated 107% of its adult population, which includes both non-residents and migrants. Other states that have achieved above the 80% threshold include Labuan, Negeri Sembilan, Sarawak and Perlis. Malaysia today reported 15,759 new COVID-19 cases, up from yesterday's 14,345 cases. Recoveries, however, were higher at 16,650 cases. With a large portion of the adult population fully vaccinated, the National COVID-19 Immunisation Programme for Adolescents will be conducted through the scheduled walk-in method starting from Thursday to facilitate and expedite the process. The government is also slowly starting to ease some of the restrictions placed on businesses, with petrol stations, eateries and convenience stores soon allowed to operate from 6 a.m. to midnight. According to Senior Minister Datuk Seri Hishamuddin Hussein, this will apply for all states, regardless of which phase under the National Recovery Plan they are in. The Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture has also proposed for 3 more destinations to be open via the domestic tourism bubble. Minister Datuk Seri Nancy Shukri says the destinations are Genting Highlands, Pulau Tioman and Malacca, adding that the SOPs for the 3 destinations would be studied. The Securities Commission today launched the 3rd Capital Market Master Plan, which will serve as a strategic framework for the growth of Malaysia's capital market over the next 5 years. According to SC Chairman Datuk Syed Zaid Alba, CMP1 and CMP2 had successfully expanded the capital market while ensuring market stability and integrity over the last 2 decades. CMP3 now seeks to leverage the strengths and potential of the Malaysian capital market to accelerate economic growth that is both sustainable and inclusive. Syed Zaid notes that CMP3 takes into consideration global megatrends that will shape the recovery and growth of global and Malaysian economies as it steers the capital market towards 3 desired outcomes. These are being relevant, efficient and diversified. CMP3 outlines 6 key development and regulatory thrusts that will collectively serve as pillars in developing strategic initiatives over the next 5 years. These include facilitating fundraising for competitive businesses through a diverse market, mobilizing more capital towards sustainable businesses, and greater use of technology, among others. Astro Malaysia Holdings saw its second quarter net profit decline by 35% year-on-year to 87.1 million on subdued commercial subscription and merchandise sales. Revenue slipped 2.8% to 1.06 billion from 1.09 billion due to a decrease in subscription revenue and merchandise sales, offset by an increase in advertising revenue and sales of programming rights. Astro declared a second interim dividend of 1.5 cent per share for a total payout of 3 cent per share for the first half of FY22. The weaker second quarter tempered Astro's first half net profit growth, with earnings improving by 10% to 228.4 million, while revenue dipped to 2.12 billion from the 2.14 billion posted previously. Group CEO Henry Tan says the group is going forward with its transformation plan and its goal of becoming the top aggregator of the best streaming services. He says that Astro currently has 1 million connected boxes, while Astro Go has 1.6 million monthly active users, with an average weekly viewing time of 230 minutes. Tan says that for the first half, its broadband base grew by 89% and that Astro will be providing more options to further strengthen its offerings. BINA Darul Aman's JV with Menteri Besar Kedah has entered into a concession agreement for a mixed development of premium brand outlets with boutique hotels and other amenities in Bandar Padang Mat Sirat, Langkawi. The agreement was entered into with Langkawi Development Board, an agency under the Ministry of Finance. The project comprises premium and duty-free outlets, tourism and cultural village, retail and F&B outlets and boutique hotels, all under an eco-friendly concept sitting on 40.98 acres of land owned by LADA. BDB President and Group CEO Faris Najan Hashim says that phases 1 and 2 of the project will involve GDV of 817 million, with the development of all phases to be completed within a 7-year time frame. Earlier, Finance Minister Tunku Datuk Sri Zafrul Aziz said on social media that the commercial development is expected to add 1,500 job opportunities. LADA will grant the concession company exclusive possession and rights over the project site for a concession period spanning 30 years from May 2021. The concession fee is 1.02 million annually from 28 years from May 1st, 2023, which will be reviewed every 5 years with LADA's right of increment at 2 to 5%. Comfort Glove's net profit for the second quarter of FY22 spiked 248% year-on-year to 148.8 million, thanks to a vast improvement in margins. Revenue rose 155% to 504.2 million. However, it was a different story quarter-on-quarter, where net profit declined 32% thanks to lower average selling prices and provision of staff incentive during the quarter. The group declared an interim dividend of 2 cents per share, bringing its half-year dividend to 6 cents per share. For the same period last year, the payout had been 1.5 cents per share. For the first half, Comfort Glove's net profit rose a whopping 522% to 368 million, while revenue rose by 198% to 1.04 billion ringgit. Just like its peers, Comfort Glove says it is proceeding with its ongoing addition of 7 double-dipping lines by end FY22, having added 4 lines in the last quarter. The group expects the global demand for gloves will continue to rise in the long term since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic.